Stugotz here. I love stats. I get goosebumps just thinking about QBRs and true shooting percentages. But one stat you need to know is your car battery's charge. Advance Auto Parts will test your battery for free, and if it's low, they'll install a new one with your purchase. And you can save 20% off when you buy online by entering the code DAN20. Then you can get back to pouring over every stat from your favorite sport. Think ahead. Think advance at Advance Auto Parts. The Dan Batard Show with Stugotz podcast is presented by the Capital One Venture Card. Earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
This is the Dan Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
So I want to get to a serious, important societal thing that I think is hugely interesting and layered. But the Houston Astros press conference is making it difficult. They had a lot of time to prepare for that. They did not do a very good job with whatever that preparation was. And Stugotz is making it even more difficult because lest you think that it is a joke, what it is that our tension every day feels like. 2 minutes ago, Mike, I'm not making this up. 2 minutes ago, by way of greeting, right? He walks in smelling like he smells in the morning, with breath, smelling like chewed up cigarettes. And he is talking so fast at the side of my face. I'm not making this up. This is how it happened. He's like, LeBron did the thing. He did that thing. LeBron did the thing. And I held my hand up against his breath. And it's like you would if you were being attacked by something. Like if something were trying to bite and eat your face. It's how you would hold your hand up. And I'm like,
Revenant Bear.
Can it wait 2 minutes? It felt more like cigar and cigarette chewing piranha, like a lot of them, a school of them.
Right. Totally fair. I mean, we have 3 hours here. I'm certain we'll get to the thing that LeBron did last night in that Nuggets game. So I'm sorry.
I don't feel like you're sorry, though, because it was so loud and so aggressive, and it was hello. And put it on the poll, Guillermo, at Le Batard Show. Is Stugotz's hello always a loud and aggressive sports take?
I don't even know what the thing is LeBron did.
You don't know what the thing is?
He's dying to tell us.
Consider my interest peaked.
Okay, we'll get to it. We will get to it.
In his defense, we are in the content business, and he walks in talking about something that could be content.
I know, but he does the thing about the thing every time LeBron has a game.
I mean, I love when he does the thing.
Oh, wait. I think I know what he did.
I know
it's the same thing always. It's not a surprise.
The thing, yeah.
The reminding thing?
Well, he did that, but there was another thing that he did. Yeah.
The trip to Miami thing?
No. The thing he does at the end of the game.
The hiding scared from China to sell sneakers?
No, the thing he does at the end of important games that when he feels
post up JJ Barea?
When he feels like he needs to make a statement. Yeah. The thing.
The reminding thing.
Well, they did the reminding thing as a team last night, and he certainly did it as an individual, but he did the thing at the end of the game. The thing that he does at the end of the game that he might not do during the course of the game, but he saves it for the very end of the game.
Took off his headband with a clump of fake hair?
Hid in the bushes from China. What is the thing?
Reminding people.
What came out against freedom of expression?
He had not guarded Jokic basically the entire night. Final 2 minutes in what felt like a playoff game and a statement game, and was certainly the best game of the regular season. I stayed up late watching it. That's how good the game was last night. He did the thing. I got Jokic. And Jokic did nothing, and I felt terrible for Jokic because LeBron was doing the thing to Jokic.
Did Jokic do the thing where his arms are bleeding?
Jokic has the ugliest game I've ever seen. It's amazing this guy's an MVP candidate. It really is. And when LeBron wanted to shut him down in crunch time, LeBron shut him down. Jokic can get you to the end of the game. Jamal Murray needs to be the guy finishing the game for the Nuggets. That's all I'm going to say.
So the thing that LeBron did was play defense.
Yeah, but he took their best player, who is 7 feet tall, and he made him go away. And he was having a great game right till then, and then LeBron guarded him one-on-one. LeBron is 6'8". Jokic is 7'1". He made him go away.
Just so that you know, though, before you disparage Jokic totally, I believe numerically, I think I've got the data right on this, there has been no better late-game player, as you say, that Jamal Murray should be ending their games. Like, in terms of hitting game winners and doing things in the last 2 minutes, like, Jokic has done a good amount of that.
That's when LeBron's not out there doing the thing, you know? I mean, Dan, he can guard the other team's best player whenever he wants and shuts them down. He did it to Derrick Rose when Derrick Rose was an MVP.
I mean, that's why he's the best player ever. That's why.
He did the thing. I haven't seen the thing in a while because he hasn't been relevant. His teams haven't been good in a while. He took a year off last year, and last night I saw the thing.
He got hurt last year.
But can he do it for an entire game? Because he just showed it to you late.
Doesn't have to.
Anthony Davis could do it for the rest of the game. That's why they got him, to be the fountain of youth for him. So now it's the greatest way to age. Man, look, those people have been smart about how they've managed his career. They got him a fountain of youth. They got him in Anthony Davis, a guy who can carry all the heavy stuff so that LeBron can summit. We've talked about this
But just
before.
be careful when you're carrying those things, Anthony. We don't want you to hurt anything.
Well, he carried him last night and did not get hurt because he hit 2 monster threes in the overtime, in the extra session, and Davis was great last night. He really was.
He is any night he's out there.
Yep.
He doesn't have a whole lot of bad games. Like, that guy's an amazing basketball player. And the way that LeBron's career has been crafted, right? Because we've talked about this with Tom Brady and others. It's why Shaquille O'Neal used to call himself the big Aristotle, because he made the quote, or he would repeat and echo the quote, "You are what you consistently do." And as you age, it becomes harder and harder to bring it consistently. It can still be brought in flashes. It's why we can watch Tom Brady and say, be careful about doubting him. Be careful. I care about you, because he can show it to you in flashes. The old guys can get up to 50 and show it to you in flashes. My guess is that Jordan might be able to actually still be able to show it to you in flashes.
For sure. No doubt.
I agree.
Yeah.
But LeBron James is only going to be needed to do it occasionally. And it's going to be cool to watch whatever the end of his career looks like there, because they got him exactly the kind of help that you have to get him to help a guy like that age. I mean, Belichick did the same thing with Gronk, right? He did the same thing for Tom Brady with Gronk, extended his career by years by finding in the second round. And if Aaron Hernandez hadn't done all the Aaron Hernandez things, like, they would have had Gronk and Aaron Hernandez running around out there, allowing him to age even more gracefully than he has. And he's aged better than any quarterback ever.
Yeah. It was just amazing last night. It was such a big game. It really felt like a playoff game, and it felt like LeBron wanted to just tell the Nuggets, hey, we're better than you, and I'm better than him, and I can stop him whenever I feel like stopping him, just so you know.
Yeah, that's the thing, Stugotz. That's the thing that you like to come in here and say that LeBron did. I know, I'm aware of that. I still have your breath.
I get goosebumps.
I have your breath on the side of my face. And it's not goosebumps what's on the side of my face. It's the lumps and the acidic warts on the back of the neck of the people who are dying in The Outsider is what's on the side of my face. Like bubbling, awful, festering wounds when you come in here breathing your things.
And look.
What was that?
Content.
But I didn't get to the thing I wanted to get to.
But segment 1 in the book.
But
You're welcome.
I didn't get to the important societal thing.
Yeah, but
Tease it.
And I got to the thing.
Build up TSL.
Yeah, radio.
Do the radio thing.
Yeah.
Now, I want to know what Dan's going to do.
Boom, there it is.
Oh, what is it?
Checked off a segment.
Yeah.
Now we got Dan's thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Unless it's an important societal thing, because I'm good.
Yeah.
11 segments to go. Let's go.
Is it a big societal thing?
One big thing.
Oh, you're one big thing.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Is it a big thing?
One fat thing, yeah. What?
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance.
Let's do that. Let's create the imaging right now during the break for one fat thing. I'm going to give it to you next.
Pick from a range of coverage options with the Name Your Price tool to find a price that works for you. Golic and Wingo will be live this Friday from Chicago for the NBA All-Star Game, brought to you by Marathon. No matter where your travels take you, Marathon can improve your engine performance with quality top-tier gasoline. Marathon, fueling the American spirit. Here's your SportsCenter update. Blues defenseman Jay Bouwmeester is, quote, doing very well, according to general manager Doug Armstrong. Bouwmeester suffered a cardiac episode in the Blues-Ducks game. Damian Lillard is out for the NBA All-Star Game after suffering a right groin strain. That stinks. Vivid Seats, the top ticket source for the live events you crave, now is a loyalty program that allows fans to earn credit back. That's a loyalty program, and it allows you, fans, to earn credit back. Go to the App Store or Google Play, download the Vivid Seats app, and enter promo code ESPN25 for 10% off your next order. For all the latest headlines and information, tune in to SportsCenter on ESPN Radio all throughout the day.
Dan Batard.
Your face is gibberish, fat face!
Stugotz.
I don't respect Twitter. It's Twitter.
This is the Dan Batard Show with the Stugotz on ESPN Radio.
Download the Vivid Seats app and enter promo code ESPN25 at checkout to get 10% off your next order. Don't buy just any seat. Get a Vivid Seat.
I'm honestly surprised to see Mike Ryan being petty, like publicly petty in a way that is not becoming. It's a bad look for him on Jeremy Roenick. Jeremy Roenick has been fired by NBC. I don't know if you saw this, Stugotz. Did you see this? This is not my one big thing, by the way.
It's not. Okay.
No, but Jeremy Roenick did. Jeremy Roenick did the thing where the caveman athletic guy thing of being jocular in a public setting and not realizing that the world has evolved. And sometimes, I mean, Marcus Morris did this the other day where he was talking about Jay Crowder being, girl-like or very feminine, very soft. Jeremy Roenick made threesome jokes about a colleague, and I'm probably overstating it when I say that Mike Ryan is petty, but I always feel bad for these guys when they get fired or they step in it or one misstep makes you lose a career, even if they're wrong enough to make it a fireable offense. And because Mike Ryan had a bad experience with Jeremy Roenick damn near 10 years ago, he does not have pity for Jeremy Roenick. I shouldn't say that he's petty.
The tweets are out there. Jeremy Roenick, when we first went national, was supposed to join us on the show, was a friend of the show, and he was late for a hit. And I tried tracking him down, and he just wasn't answering. It was very clear that he was on the golf course having a good time, and I was like, hey, man, don't worry about it. We'll just catch you another time.
Put it on the poll, Guillermo. Is Jeremy Roenick always on the golf course having a good time?
Let's not put that on the poll. Let's not put that on the poll. But we're here now, and Jeremy Roenick took such offense to this. It was like really bizarre behavior, and it honestly had me thinking, what's going on there, really? Jeremy Roenick called my bosses at 790 The Ticket trying to get me fired for 2 straight days. Day and night. And the tweets are out there. He just simply wouldn't stop. And at some point I was just like, you know what? Something's very clearly not all there here. So whatever. But I don't have anything good to say about him. My personal experience was terrible.
Isn't that part of the appeal of Jeremy Roenick? Not the terrible stuff. Just that you never know what he's going to do. You never know what he's going to say. That's part of the reason he's put on television for a long time. And when you say something's off there, hockey happened to him. He's a guy who had, who was infected with that culture of I broke my jaw, it's wired shut. The doctor has told me don't take out the wires. Originally, the doctor told me it would only be 40 days. I'm taking the wires out myself with pliers.
Yeah, but a lot of people play hockey and aren't like Jeremy Roenick.
But a lot of people play hockey and are like Jeremy Roenick.
But Mike is saying there is an ability to play hockey and not act the way Jeremy Roenick acts. I mean,
he used to be a good friend of the show. Used to tell us stories about him drinking out of a dress shoe. But I don't know, something happened there, and it was one of the more bizarre.
Couldn't it be drinking out of a dress shoe happened there?
All been there.
I mean, who hasn't? Who hasn't? But it was honestly the most bizarre.
Put it on the poll, Guillermo. Have you ever had an alcoholic beverage out of a dress shoe? At Le Batard Show. Do you guys have the wonderful imaging here for one big thing? I don't know if I have time now for one big thing. But all right, let's do it.
One bad thing.
All right, good to see how hard you guys worked on that during the break.
You're welcome.
in a pinch, Dan.
The thing that was done by LeBron James's friend Dwayne Wade yesterday, Gabrielle Union, the power of this power couple leading the way on pioneering stuff that can be difficult. Now, I understand if you're listening to this and you're just running away from this entire conversation. You're saying, look, Le Batard, you're too liberal. I don't want a 12-year-old telling me when he or she